What is up, YouTube family? We are back at it one more again. Now, it's a Saturday night, and I'm feeling really good. Just enjoying a wonderful Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? Handled all my business this week. It was another great work week. Had a lot of parental duties I had to handle this week, and sometimes I don't even know how I be doing that shit. I be on triple daddy duty for real, and it's crazy. But I'm just thankful. Just really thankful that I have the flexibility in my schedule to do the things that I need to do. And I'm just very fortunate, very thankful that I can do for my kids the way that I can do for them. You know what I'm saying? I just be all over the place. Doctor's appointments, ice skating practice, cheerleading tryouts, homecoming events, and just squeezing my work in between all of that. It's crazy, man. Like I got a wild schedule for real. But once again, I love it. I love to be able to do it for the kids, and hopefully they'll appreciate me before I'm out of here. So when it comes to Saturday nights, tonight is my night when I can just really do what I need to do for self. I mean, I still was out there doing other stuff for everybody else, but I did get a little time in for myself earlier. Was finally able to go and get some clothes for myself. It's been years since I bought, clothes for myself, and went and did that. Went to work after that. Came home, spent some time with the wifey, spent some time with the girls, and then they know after that's out the way, they know to just let me come to the man cave and do what I'm gonna do. So now I'm here with you. I pulled out the good stuff tonight, y'all. I got this Remy right here. This is $400 Remy right here. Now, if you know me, if y'all don't know me, I'll tell you, I don't pay for nothing. I don't pay full price for nothing. And just like I'm sure you would agree, my slogan is free is me. So sometimes my wife, she calls me cheap, you know what I'm saying? But I keep telling her, I'm like, I'm not cheap. I'm frugal, right? I'm very frugal. What the difference between cheap and frugal is, cheap is, you buy shit that doesn't have any quality to it, doesn't last. The material or whatever is just not up to par. It just doesn't last. Being frugal is getting nice shit for the cheapest price possible so that you can save more. You can have good quality shit and more money after it's all said and done. So that's my motto. And yes, I am drinking $400 Remy, but I didn't pay $1 for it. Now, there's certain tricks to the trade to be able to do shit like that. We won't have time for all of that. But got my beer right here. So, yeah, I'm mixing tonight. Trying to get there a little faster than normal. But I had to pull out the good shit because tonight we have something very special. We have a Shook Ones remix by the one and only Adam Calhoun. Now, Adam has been impressing me thoroughly the last two reaction videos I've done of him. I did Mirrors, loved him on that joint, and then I just recently did Glass House, and that one really impressed me. I thoroughly enjoyed that one, mostly because the beat was just so, it was just so ill. You know what I'm saying? It just had like an October feel to it, like some Halloween shit. Like it just was an ill ass vibe, and the way he came on that joint was just, it was really dope. I really liked that song. Everybody shined on it, but his verse always stands out, even on that Mirrors joint. I mean, Tom ripped it at the end. Mises always comes in, does his thing, but Adam Calhoun got this quality about him. I'm starting to feel it more and more. So after I did that reaction to Glass House, many of y'all, well, not many, 3 or 4 of y'all kept telling me to do the reaction to Shook Ones. Now, when I saw that, I actually saw that. It actually popped up and it caught my eye, but I actually forgot about it. So when y'all came and suggested it, it definitely was like, okay, that's what I'm going with next. Because Mobb Deep is one of my favorite groups of all time. I actually have them as the number one duo, the number one rap duo of all time. Now, we can go through that list real quick if y'all want to, but let's go through it. Duos. First thing that comes to mind, you got Third Base, love them. Now I'm drawing a blank. One of the other greatest duos of all time that people don't usually put in this list is Ghostface and Raekwon. Man, that's a highly slept on duo right there. Outkast is way up there because of Andre 3000. Then Big Boy does his thing all the time. Let's see. Duos. You got Nas and AZ whenever they get together. A duo that's been rising to the top of my list real heavy lately is Benny the Butcher and Conway the Machine. Man, they getting up there. They might end up being my favorite duo of all time. They're typically a trio, but a lot of, with West Side Gun, but the songs that those two do together, it's stupendous. Like it's crazy. And now you have Mises and Adam Calhoun, working their way up that list. They're trying to get to that level of greatness, and we'll see how that pans out. I haven't went through their whole discography yet, so we'll see where they end up on my list after it's all said and done. I'm trying to think of some other duos. You got Clips, Pusha T, and what is his brother's name? Shit, I'm drawing a blank. His brother been out the mix for so long. His brother went and got Religion, and shout out to him for that. But Pusha T and his brother, damn, what is his name? I'm getting old, y'all, for real. But y'all catch the drift. Y'all understand what we talking about. Bun B and Pimp C. What's that? That's UGK. I know a whole bunch of people gonna come to my mind after this is over with. But yeah, we about to get into this thing now. Shook Ones by Mobb Deep is, it might be one of the greatest songs and one of the greatest beats in hip hop history. Definitely top 10, right? I mean, when you when you put Shook Ones on, it's just, you know, you can't put it into words. You know, a lot of y'all hear Shook Ones and y'all be like, yeah, that's a dope ass beat. Yeah, that's a dope ass track, right? But y'all don't understand. When I hear Shook Ones, I was a freshman in college. And the nostalgia that song brings to me, because if you understood what my first year in college was like, man, it just was, you can't even put it into words. Have y'all seen the movie How High? Not that second one. Don't even talk about that second one. That bullshit with Lil Yachty and DC Young Fly. Man, so much garbage. That was just pure garbage. The first How High with Method Man and Redman. Instant classic. Total classic. You got to put it up there, you know, with the Fridays and what are all the Fridays, like, it's, you know, Don't Be a Menace, all the classic High Learning. You gotta put it in there with all those movies, those black college movies, those comedies. It's up there, man. And if you go and look at that movie, I'll just say this. My freshman year of college blows that movie out of the water. That's how classic and crazy my freshman year of college was. So when I hear Shook Ones is like the backdrop to my freshman year of college. I mean, so the nostalgia that it brings, it damn near made me want to drop a tear. Now, there's a bunch of songs that came out that year. This, you talking 94. There's a bunch of songs, classics, nothing but classics. Tupac, All Eyes on Me, double CD came out 94, 95. You talking Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style. You talking the Fugees, that first Fugees album. You're talking the Smith and Wesson album. You're talking the Wu-Tang albums that were out at that time. Man, it was so much great hip hop that came out in that era. And Shook Ones is probably the most recognizable song and beat out of all of them songs. So shout out to Adam Calhoun for using this beat. This, just him even doing this right here tells me that I really fuck with this dude. It tells me that he really knows his hip hop. He understands the classics. He understands the classic beats, and he understands you can't go wrong on this. But at the same time, if you're gonna freestyle on a beat like this or spit rhymes to a beat like this, you gotta come correct, yo. You cannot disappoint the Shook Ones beat. So this is a tall order. I got the lyrics pulled up, and we about to get into this thing right now. This might be the greatest beat of all time.
When you belittle me, say my name in the disc, be a man, die with dignity. I picked up the pen again so you can start hating. Everything I drop does numbers. Smart Asian, albums chart high as fuck. Part Jamaican, thought fast, white boy, standing ovation. Rappers suck dick, you think they tryna put their throat on. Do everything to make it, except write a dope song. Apply pressure, he ain't breathing, need a CPAP. My beard so long, it's hanging out the ski mask. I wish Eminem would be back, he used to be dope, like a weed bag. Take a Xanax and have a relapse. I lose myself in the beat, flipping through my CDs. Big and Nas, they was always on repeat. Now Lil Nas X sucking dick on the TV and kids watching that shit freely. And you think this that 8 Mile beat, this that Mob Deep Black Joe.
Oh God, hold up. I don't even wanna. How long is this joint? How many he got verses on this joint? I thought this was a quick like one verse freestyle, so I didn't want it to be over. You know what I'm saying? But now that I'm looking at it, he got a second verse. Good. Okay, he's got an interlude, got a chorus on it. Okay. I was just making sure. I thought this joint, okay, I see. It's because it looked kind of short, 3 minutes. I thought he was going to freestyle, do a verse all the way through, but he got 2 verses. But either way, I want to go back. He touched on some shit here. Let's talk about it real quick, and then I'm going to let it ride. I'm not going to keep stopping this unless he just goes even crazier. But he says, yo, keep your subliminals to a minimal when you belittle me. Say my name in the diss, be a man, die with dignity. Damn. He like, yo, if you say my name in the diss, you're gonna die. It's gonna be over. Rap wise, lyrically, not literally, of course. He's like, yo, I'ma slay you. Like, if you diss me, I'ma slay you, but be a man about it. Die with dignity. Picked up the pen again so you could start hating. Everything I drop does numbers. Smart Asian. Yeah. He says, I wish Eminem would be back. He used to be dope, like a weed bag. Take a Xanax and have a relapse. Oh, shit. See, this is exactly what I said on another reaction video where I was talking about Eminem don't do what he used to do. You know what I'm saying? He done turned into Democrat now. He done become politically correct and a Trump hater and all this stuff. So he's a shell of himself on what he can speak on. And now, because he's given up that lane, it's allowed rappers like this to come in and fill that void. I'm here for it. He says, I lose myself in the beat, flipping through my CDs. Big and Nas, they was always on repeat. Yeah. Now Lil Nas X sucking dick on TV. God damn. And kids watching that shit freely. God damn. I just can't believe we're in this place. We're talking about shook ones. We're talking about Big and Nas. I love how he references the legends. It shows he knows his history. He understands hip hop and he respects it. Me and him are close in age. I think I'm 4 years older than him. Matter of fact, I know I'm 4 years older than him. So we're basically from the same era. And so when he says these lyrics right here, he's looking at it from the same point of view as me. He sees it from he knows about the golden era of hip hop. How masculine it was. How we stood for certain codes. How we protected the children. I want to say we protected the women, but at the same time, there was a lot of misogyny. There was a lot of disrespect towards women in rap during that time. Gangster rap, calling women the B word and things like that. But there was at least a balance of rappers who refrained from it or tried to speak out against it. But after those years, after like 95, once Snoop Dogg came in and gangster rap took over, it really went downhill as far as the messaging. But when he looks at it from this point of view of the legends, and you see him talk about how it is now, like you go from Nas to Lil Nas X. How the fuck did we get from Nas to Lil Nas X? Like think about the evolution of that. Like think about the timeline of that. How did we go from Nas to Lil Nas X? And see, that's why I had to leave the Democrats alone. I'm sorry, man. I be trying not to get political in these videos, but I've watched it. I've seen it with my own eyes. I live in D.C. Y'all understand. I had to drive past the White House every single day and saw the rainbow on the White House, the rainbow flag on the White House when Obama did that. And I predicted what was coming. I predicted the Lil Nas X's. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a story about Lil Nas X real quick. This is funny. Oh man, this is so classic. It's sad, but I got to tell this story. So Lil Nas X comes out with this Old Town Road shit, right? See, this is why when people zig, I zag. I hear this shit and it does nothing for me. I heard it. It does nothing for me. Irritates the fuck out of me. I'm like, get this bullshit out of my face. I don't want to hear it ever again. And, I'm not a country music fan. I'm sorry. But when I saw the video, it just looked real sus to me. as my daughters would say. It looks real sus, right? But regardless of that, right? It goes viral. Everybody and their mama is playing this joint. And I'm disgusted with it. Now, at the time, Lil Nas X was heterosexual. So that wasn't coming up at all. I thought it was a little sus, but I wasn't questioning the gayness of it per se. I just was like, yo, it's a whack ass song. So one day I'm at my daughter's school. She was in 4th grade, maybe. She's in elementary school. And they were having field day, right? Everybody knows what field day is when they're out there. They're doing events, the potato sack race, the egg on the spoon race, the relay races. They had moon bouncers out there. Y'all know what a field day is, right? So I'm out there watching my daughter enjoy herself. So at one point, they started feeding the kids snacks and hot dogs and different things, and they started playing music. And how about they start playing this fucking Lil Nas X Old Town Road? And the kids are going crazy. The kids are going crazy. The teachers are out there. And then it gets to the part where it says, can't nobody tell me nothing. right? And the kids were wagging their fingers at the teachers. And they were singing, chanting along in the song. They were saying, "Can't nobody tell me nothing," wagging their fingers disrespectfully at the teachers. I hear this shit and I see this shit and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, hell no. First of all, who's playing this bullshit? Second of all, why are y'all letting them disrespect you like this? The third thing is where's my daughter in all of this? Is she riding with this shit? Is she in the mix with y'all? Has she been brainwashed by this bullshit too? So I'm scanning everywhere, looking for my daughter. You know where my daughter was? I bullshit you not. I have the video of it. My daughter was standing over at the tree, under a tree, separate from everybody. She was standing under a tree by herself, just looking at them. And she was just as disgusted as I was. Man, talk about a proud moment for a father. That moment is so classic. I swear, I love my daughter so much. I mean, even if she was in there, I would love my daughter. But she has so much of me in her. She almost has too much of me in her. It's scary sometimes, the independence that she has. She's the evolution of me and my wife, and that's what you want as a parent, right? You want them to be better than you were. Sometimes I have to rein her in a little bit, though. She's almost too extreme. She's almost too independent. You know, she's almost too much of a perfectionist. You know, I've created a monster. But man, I don't mean to get off away from this video and this reaction, but I just had to tell that story because when he mentions this little Nas X shit, that's what I think about. And yeah, I'm just so happy that my kids are independent minded. They're hip to what's the agenda being pushed, but they're also able to, how do I say this? They're also able to not hold prejudice. You know, I teach them, you know, we don't hate people for their beliefs and their sexual preferences. We don't want to know about it, but we don't hate these people. We want them to have equality, rights, and freedoms just like anybody else. But when there's an agenda being pushed and you're trying to force people onto your way of life or into your way of sexuality, or where it kind of dismisses your own sexuality and your own way of life, your own culture, your own religion, that's when it becomes a problem. So I love the fact that they're able to differentiate between those different mindsets, because it's a thin line in there. How do you be against LGBT or trans or whatever, gender fluidity, binary, gender binary, all that stuff, pronouns, all those things, and not discriminate against these people? You know, so that's what I teach. I teach them how to do it, though. Make sure you don't treat people a certain way, treat everybody with respect. But it doesn't mean you have to change who you are and change your principles, right? But yeah, this is the state of hip hop now. I told people, let me just say this real quick. I'm sorry to keep rambling on. But I got into it with some of my cousins, and we were talking about this Lil Nas X song, and they were calling me the old head, and say, "Oh, you're a hater." And I kid you not, I specifically told them, I said, you know what would be crazy is if y'all found out that he was talking some gay shit in that song, and y'all was riding with it real heavy. I was joking. I was trolling them because they were, like I said, calling me an old head. And I was like, yo, that song sound real sus. It's going to be crazy if y'all find that out later that dude was, on some Brokeback Mountain shit. Right? And lo and behold, dude comes out of the closet. Oh my gosh. And they had to come back to me and tell me, damn, you were right. It's very rarely that when I zag that I'm off. I'm not perfect, of course, but yeah, that was very interesting. So I love how he dropped that in there. So let's get back to this thing, man. That was a powerful moment, and already he's showing me something. Let's go all the way back and see how he's gonna rip this whole verse.
Keep your subliminals to minimal when you belittle me. Say my name in the diss, be a man, die with dignity. I picked up the pen again so you can start hating. Everything I drop does numbers. Smart Asian, albums chart high as fuck. Part Jamaican, thought fast white boy, standing ovation. Rappers suck dick, you think they tryna put their throat on. Do everything to make it, except write a dope song. Apply pressure, he ain't breathing, need a CPAP. My beard so long, it's hanging out the ski mask. I wish Eminem would be back, he used to be dope, like a weed bag. Take a Xanax and have a relapse. I lose myself in the beat, flipping through my CDs. Big and Nas, they was always on repeat. Now Lil Nas X sucking dick on the TV, and kids watching that shit freely. And you think this that 8 Mile beat, this that my beat, Black Jungle Concrete beat, handle on street freestyle came from your dome piece, and I was out there chasing dreams with my homies. PTSD from shackled feet, the whole hood buzzing like I'm giving out crack for free. White boys bump my shit cause I actually got roots in this bitch like a massive tree. Everything you drop miss like Shaq from 3, and you just bark a lot but wouldn't smack a flea. People say it's chess, not checkers, they can't play chess. I'll teach you how to win, move more, say less. I've been a rapper, always be a rapper. You can never battle me cause you get smacked for trying to be a fucking rapper. I started from the bottom like the number in the fraction, and you just steady talking, I don't never see no action. You ain't cut the same, I can tell by your outfit, and you don't pose a threat. I stepped in bigger mouth shit. Peter Piper picked the wrong pecker with the play with impeccable wordplay. Put respect on my name, bitch. Get ran through like a train, bitch. I can lead the day, but you'll always be the same bitch. Let it rain, I ain't talking about umbrellas. Get ready for the rain, bitch, I'm talking about forever. For better, for worse, I level this verse, go get in a hearse and kill yourself. Self. For better, for worse, I level this verse, go get in a hearse and kill yourself. Self. This ain't a diss track, I ain't even trying. You'd rather see me and Ryan kill each other like a pack of lions. Cause y'all just a circus, bunch of serpents. You'd rather see me lying. That's a triple, go back and listen. And I ain't going back to prison. I woke up this morning, prayed to God and kissed my daughter. Another day of living, I'm fucking livid. Some motherfuckers want.
Woo, man, hold up, man. man. Yeah, I fuck with it. I wonder if he's freestyling. This is a remix, but I feel like he's freestyling. You know what I'm saying? Because you could tell when somebody's freestyling, like somebody's writing, like the way he writes is precise. Some of this is like off a little bit, like he switches flow up a little bit. Like I think he's freestyling. Because if it's like, if he was writing this, you could critique it real heavy and be like, oh, you probably could have did a little this, little that right here. But if it's a freestyle, this shit is fire. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder about that. But yeah, he's definitely killing it either way. I like when he says Peter Piper picked the wrong peckerwood to play with. I like that. Impeccable wordplay. Put respect on my name, bitch. Get ran through like a train, bitch. I could leave today, but you'll always be the same, bitch. Woo. Let it rain, and I ain't talking about umbrellas. Get ready for the rain, bitch. I'm talking about forever. Damn. I fuck with it. The chorus, not so much. That's why I think he's freestyling. For better, for worse, I level this verse. Go get in a hearse and kill yourself. For better, for worse, I level this verse. Go get in a hearse and kill yourself. I mean, yeah, okay. It's not that bad. But then he goes into this. He says, this ain't a diss track. I ain't even trying. You rather see me and Ryan kill each other like a pack of lions. I'm not sure who Ryan is. Y'all let me know in the comments. Cause y'all are just a circus, bunch of serpents. Y'all rather see me lying. Oh, okay. That's a triple entendre. So let's break it down. Y'all rather see me lying, like lying dead on the ground. Me lying like a liar. You rather see, I'm not lying. But then he says, oh, like a pack of lions, like the animal. So that's 3. That's a triple entendre right there. I fucks with it. The only other person that I've heard use that lion wordplay that scheme is J. Cole. J. Cole used that on the Benny the Butcher, Johnny P's Caddy, where he says, damn. Now I can't think of the verse. He said, God was crying. Lightning struck, power outage, sparks was flying, the real one's here. The young boy that walked with lions around the outlines of chalk where the corpse is lying. Of course I'm trying to revive a sport that's dying. Put the guns in the drug bars that y'all relying. Got you nerds thinking that you as hard as I am. But that just mean I ain't as comfortable as y'all with lying. So he used the same 3 entendres that Adam Calhoun used. Yeah. You see that? Yeah. The real one's here. The young boy that walked with lions around the outlines of chalk where the corpse is lying. Of course I'm trying to revive a sport that's dying. Put the guns in the drug bars that y'all relying. Got you nerds thinking that you as hard as I am. But that just mean I ain't as comfortable as y'all with lying. Woo! Now, I don't know which song came out first. But, yeah. Now, he says here, that's a triple. Go back and listen. I ain't going back to prison. I woke up this morning, prayed to God, and kissed my daughter. Another day I lived. I'm fucking livid. Yeah, this right here sums up my whole being. That right there. I ain't going back to prison. Man, I didn't know he went to prison. Interesting. I have to look that up. Or y'all can tell me in the comments what that was about. Mm, but that's another thing I can relate to him with. I went to, I didn't go to prison, like a penitentiary. Um, I've been to jail 6 times in my life, but more like county jail. You know what I'm saying? But still, going to jail 6 times, like it's for the birds. It's definitely not pleasant experiences. I went to a prison boot camp when I caught my first felony. I ain't killed nobody. I'll just say I made a mistake. We'll keep it at that. They attached a conspiracy charge to it, so technically, yes, I have 2 felonies on my record till this day. And sometimes my wife, she's like, "Don't talk about your criminal past or your felonies." Like, and I'm like, "No, I wear that shit on my shoulder. I wear that shit on my sleeve. You know, I talk about that shit not to glorify, but I use it to teach the youth what not to do. I share my story to show the youth how easy you can catch 2 felonies and have it alter your life for the rest of your life." You know, I'm very lucky that I didn't go to jail for more time, that I didn't go to prison for more time, that I didn't catch heavier charges. I'm just very thankful. You know, like I said, I still have these felonies on my record to this day, but they haven't hindered me overall. You know, I'm just thankful that I'm able to. I can still lead a country. I have a passport. I can lead a country. There's certain things I can't do, but there's a lot of things I can do. I can't get them expunged. So that sucked. I just found that out a couple years ago. But when you go through what Adam Calhoun and myself have been through, you look at life through a different lens. There's a different it's a whole different perspective. I even tell people, and I told my girls this, they hate when I say this, but I said, I think everybody should go to jail at least once. Not do a crime and go to jail, but they have certain programs where you can do like a scared straight type of thing. You can go do 24 hours or 48 hours in the county in a jail cell, or put your kids in it and let them experience it, or yourself experience it without actually having to do a crime. I have a buddy who's a sheriff. He used to be a detective. Now he's a sheriff. And he always told me, like, yo, whenever you're ready for me to, you know, do that scared straight thing for your girls, holla at me. Or your son, holla at me. And I wish I had done it for my son, you know, because he ended up getting in some trouble. And luckily, he survived it and changed his life. And now he's doing much better. Shout out to you, Damon. But I will be putting my girls in that jail cell for 48 hours. Now they're dreading it and fighting it, and they're like, "No, we're good. We didn't. Why would you do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, y'all are good, and I'm still gonna do it because you don't understand. You don't appreciate your freedom until it's been taken away." I'll say that. I don't care what nobody says. Even if you sit here and agree with me and you're not gonna feel it unless you feel it. You have to be in a cell and smell it. You have to see it. You have to look at them bars. You have to look at that toilet. You have to eat that food. You have to sleep on that shitty mattress. You have to, strip naked and get strip searched and bend over. Let them check your ass to make sure you don't have contraband. You have to put on that jumpsuit. You have to understand commissary. You have to understand. You have to look at the other criminals that's in there. Look at them guards. You just gotta be in that atmosphere. And when they tell you when to eat, when they tell you when to sleep, when to wake up, that's when it hits you. That's when you really understand and you realize how important getting a bowl of cereal at your house is. I guarantee y'all, I guarantee y'all, a bunch of y'all wake up in the middle of the night, y'all go get a bowl of cereal, you go and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, get you a glass of milk, and it's nothing. It's nothing for y'all. When I do that shit, it's like I feel like a fucking millionaire. Whenever I go in middle of the night and just can eat whatever I want freely, can just wake up and jump out of my bed and be like, you know what? I feel like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at 4 a.m. and having a glass of milk with it. That is priceless to me. Because the first thing I think about is being in those jail cells and not being able to do that. They say you don't appreciate shit until it's gone. When your freedom is taken away, you really appreciate life to another degree. I feel like a millionaire every day because I appreciate shit at a different level that other people can't appreciate. So me going to jail actually helped me. Ain't that crazy? That's why I don't mind talking about my felonies. Because it constantly keeps me in the mode of repenting, understanding what I did, understanding how it could have been worse, repenting for that sin for the rest of my life, but also understanding that I didn't kill anybody. It could have been much worse. I didn't shoot anybody. I didn't stab anybody, but it could have been that, right? So I'm very thankful. I'm very lucky. And to get back to this song, it looks like he went through it too, at a different level than even I did, because sounds like he went to real prison. And let me tell you something. When you go to jail, like I have trauma from what I went through. I've gotten over most of it, but I constantly have nightmares. I guess you would call it PTSD. I have nightmares from the little bit of jail that I did. When you go to prison, and you do real time, the most I ever did was 3 months in a full stretch. I did like 2 months in a maximum protective county where there was no 24-hour lockdown type shit. So it felt like prison. The way shit was ran in there was like prison. That was a crazy ass county jail. So I have had a taste of it, but when you go to real prison, it's different. So he's been to it at a different level than me. Then he comes back and says, I woke up this morning, prayed to God, and kissed my daughter. That's what I do every day. Now, I'm not the biggest religious person. I'm getting back into it. I'm starting to find my faith again. I'm starting to try to get back into it. But what I do is when I wake up, I'm thankful for another day. I'm more of a spiritual person, so I just cry out to the spirit realm or to, a Native American, spirituality. We look at all things like the wind spirit, the, all the different spirits that, it's a different level than typical Christianity, So I just cry out, whether it's to the heavens or to the spirits, and say, I'm thankful for waking up another day. And then the first thing I do is think about my wife, think about my daughter, my adopted daughter. And I just get out of bed, like whatever shit that I was dealing with. If I feel like shit, I'm like, yo, I feel like $1 million, because I probably should be in jail for the rest of my life. Could have very easily been that. So I see what he's saying. Me and him have that in common right here. He says, another day I lived in, I'm fucking living. Some motherfuckers will never understand rap. Even if I handed it to you, wrote it down, and ran it to you. What you gonna do if I actually ran into you? Same dude talking shit, get smacked and then sue you. Don't make me to paint the town red like Sue Woo. Yeah. Let's let him finish this thing out. Let's rewind it a little bit and let's get into it.
Me lying, that's a triple. Go back and listen. And I ain't going back to prison. I woke up this morning, prayed to God and kissed my daughter. Another day of living, I'm fucking livid. Some motherfuckers won't ever understand rap. Even if I hand it to you, wrote it down and ran it to you. What you gonna do if I actually ran into you? Same dude talking shit, get smacked and then sue you. Don't make me paint the town red like Suwu. I don't stretch the truth for views like you do. A couple bitch ass reactors. I like to see a list of your top 10 rappers. If I'm on that shit, I'm laughing. There's one white dude and the rest are black men. Y'all invented rap, but we all been wrecking shit. Got a couple spots in that list like a freckle bitch. Chef's kiss. I never thought I'd live to see the day Chris Rock got smacked by Fresh Prince. I can only hate one man, yes sir. And I leave him leaking on the street, freshman, red shirt. And it ain't Ryan Edward. Motherfuckers run their mouth so much it makes my head hurt. Fucking pussy.
Yo, that shit was dope, man. Yo, I don't know who this. Let me see. I think it's gonna tell me here. Ryan Edward. And it ain't rhyme N-word. What? Oh, it's like a double. And it ain't Ryan Edward. And they're saying, and it ain't rhyme N-word. What the fuck is that? Yeah. Y'all can fill me in on the Ryan Edward thing. He said something about reactors. Let's go back to that for a second. He said, I don't stress the truth for views like you do. A couple bitch ass reactors. I like to see a list of your top 10 rappers. If I'm on that shit, I'm laughing. There's one white dude and the rest are black men. Man, what does he mean by that? Y'all invented rap, but we all been wrecking shit. Got a couple spots in that list like a freckle bitch. Let's go back. Let's break this down for a second. I'm trying to see what he means here. I don't stress the truth for views like you do. So he's talking about reactors. So I guess sometimes reactors stress the truth to get views. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so that's disingenuous. You're just running with a narrative just to try to, kind of like a shock jock type of thing. I don't understand that shit either. I can only be me and true to myself. So he doesn't respect that. I wouldn't either. Couple bitch ass reactors. I like to see a list of your top 10 rappers. If I'm on that shit, haha, I'm laughing. So it sounds to me that he understands rap so well. He understands the history of rap that he knows that he shouldn't be on that list. Or is he being sarcastic? I'm trying to figure it out. He said, if I'm on that shit, I'm laughing. So he's like, if you got me on your top 10 list, you're inaccurate. He says, there's one white dude and the rest are black men. So is he telling the truth or is he being sarcastic? I think he's telling the truth. I think he's saying that he understands that he's not on that top 10 list. And that's okay. There's so many rappers, right? Like, sometimes you just got to know your place. You got to know there's levels to this, right? It's okay to work up to that, but also understand that the reality of what shit is. When you talk about the top 10 rappers, he's exactly right. There's one white dude, Eminem, and the rest are black men. That's a fact. Now, you might have your personal preferences because there's a difference between who are the GOATs and who your personal list is. That's why when people always ask different things, you hear some people, they say, are you asking who's the greatest rappers of all time or who's my favorite list? Is a difference. You understand? When you're talking the top 10 legend rappers or best rappers of all time, let's break it down. Let's go through it. I'll tell you exactly who it is. In any order, you're talking, I have Jay-Z is the GOAT because of the longevity, the hits worldwide, the number of albums, the records broken, and to be able to pave the way to be able to rap into his 50s. He's been able to rap into his 50s and still be one of the dopest rappers. Like, he could come out today. Well, there's a whole lot of shit going on right now, but I'm not getting caught up in this Diddy shit and his rumors and shit. Fuck all that, because they're naming a whole bunch of artists that ain't got nothing to do with this shit. There's a difference between a Diddy party and a freak off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody went to a Diddy party, but who went to the freak off? So we ain't talking, I'm not gossiping. Men don't gossip. So don't bring that shit over here when we talking Jay-Z and all this shit. Cause you can, they said the same shit about Michael Jackson and Prince and everybody. The first Diddy party was at Prince's house. So now they talking about Prince is connected and all this. And he's dead. He ain't even here to protect us or defend himself. Rest in peace of Prince. I ain't falling for this shit. Fuck that gossip shit. We talking about hip hop and legends. If the proof comes out, we'll deal with it then. But until then, miss me with that shit. I have Jay as the GOAT. And everybody's got their opinion, but It's Jay, Pac, Biggie, Nas, Eminem. That should be the top 5. If your top 5 is not that, it's suspect. Let's just say that. The next 5 are Rakim, KRS-One, and then it starts getting opinionated. Who am I missing? I mean, a lot of people have Ice Cube in there. Some people have Snoop. Some people have Kool G Rap. Some people have Raekwon. You got to start talking about Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole. So those last 3 spots are debatable, but that's what he means when he's talking about those top 10 are black. There's one white dude, Eminem. Then he says, y'all invented rap, but we all been wrecking shit. Got a couple spots on that list like a freckle bitch. Yeah. So he's saying we moving up. We got some spots in those lists. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Tom McDonald, Adam Calhoun, yeah, they're definitely working their way up on my list. If you did a top 20 list, they are definitely, I'm not sure. I would have to really sit down to see if Tom or Adam is moving up in that top 10. I haven't researched enough of their music to put a stamp on that, but I'm feeling them definitely in the top 20. So that's what he's talking about. Like, we're in that bitch like a freckle, like a freckled chick. I hate the B word, I swear. And then he finishes it off with the, I can only hate one man, yes sir, and I leave him leaking on the street, freshman red shirt. And it ain't Ryan Edward. I'm not sure what that bar means. Y'all fill me in on it. But either way, yeah, this was a dope ass joint. You know what I'm saying? You almost, this is almost like a rite of passage. Like, when to be a dope MC, you got to be able to kill the Shook Ones beat. This joint makes me want to write a verse to the Shook Ones beat just off of GP. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to everybody that put me on to this. It's added to my playlist for sure. I fucks with it. And yeah, man, you know, we gonna keep going through this thing. I specifically was going down the Tom McDonald rabbit hole, then the Nova rabbit hole. Now I'm going down the Adam Calhoun rabbit hole, and we about to get into some other rabbit holes. The rapper Hobson, you know, always heard about dude, but I never really sat down and really went through his shit. So I really want to go through some of his shit, and then we're gonna go back and do some flashback shit on the good Eminem. I want to do a reaction to Rap God by Eminem, and yeah, we just gonna bounce all over the place. Like I said, I'm gonna diversify the channel more now, and yeah, we're gonna make this thing real interesting, real fun. We're gonna bounce all over the place, but I thank y'all for y'all suggestions. Keep them coming, because I have my list right here, and I'm, like I said, I keep saying I'm gonna put polls up and things, and it's just like I said, I'll be on triple daddy duty. So, and I got 6 YouTube channels, so I just be all over the place. But anyway, I appreciate y'all joining me for this one, and it was another classic, one more again. So keep them coming, and until next time, I will holler at y'all. 100.